Whether you just want to practice or maybe you want to test out some of the data that I've done, I finally did it for you guys. Today, or it actually happened yesterday, live on stream 2 days ago, whenever that was, Wednesday, so 2 days ago, I posted the training facility that I use for most of my testing. I added some extra holes for you guys so that way you can go on in there and you can test it all out. There are some things that you should know about it, so we'll do a quick run through here so that way I'll play it. And you guys should definitely just know certain things about the course so that way you can set it up as successful for whatever you're using it for. So let's dive on into the video. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe. Yesterday, I did a whole video about ball flight, the consumable golf balls, and which ones are best. So definitely go check that out if you have not already. All right, so all you got to do is you got to go into this course selector here in the quick play option, and then you just search MK, and the course will pop up for you, and it is right there. MK Train Facility brought to you. And like I said, I'm not a course designer, so this is purely what I use for testing. This is not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, and is not going to be the best course you have ever played. This is purely so that way you can practice different heights, different elevations, different yardages, different winds, all of that stuff. You can test that all out. When it comes to the settings, you need to know a couple things. Wind speed, obviously, you choose your wind speed if you want to. When it comes to wind direction, when it comes to my little triangle that I have, or T, not triangle, my little T that I have for determining distances, if you put the wind north, so if you put the wind north, that is going to be a wind that is directly into your face. If you put the wind south, that wind is going to be directly behind you. If you put the wind east and west, you are going to have a direct crosswind. So I will put it north here so that way you can see. I'll put it on medium, and it is something that you should know. Obviously, the defaults are not that. Well, it's not that they're not that. It's just you might not get what you want or what you're looking for. So make sure you set the wind accordingly before you enter the round. Once you are in there, there is 18 full holes. You can see there I have a tree that you've used. If you've seen my ball flight, you can use it to determine. There's 3 trees there. You can determine at which height the golf ball is shot. You have the full capabilities to use my left and right, and obviously the main thing is use it as you wish. You can test everything out. We're going to do a very quick playthrough here, and we'll just, rock this on through. One of the bigger things, though, there are about 12 holes stacked on top of each other in this section of the actual, course. Like, there's 12 holes stacked there. So while it may look like it is going into the hole, just note sometimes it doesn't go into the hole right away. And if you just keep on hitting it in, and don't worry, you're going to see it. Like I said, this hole is for testing. I mean, this course is for testing. This course is not exactly for anything other than that. All the greens are going to be pretty flat, if not exactly flat. So it is something that you just have to be aware of. And then you make your putts, and like I said, sometimes you're going to run into this issue, but just keep on hitting it in and you'll eventually make your way to the next hole. That is because, like I said, there's like 12 holes stacked on top of each other, and that is why. But you can play, there's all different distances. You can see the first couple shots were about 100 yards, then 150 yards. Then you back up all the way to 194 yards. You can use the tee height. You can use whatever you need to use. And like I said, if you ever do get stuck in one of these aspects, just keep on hitting the ball into the hole, and then you'll eventually find your way into the correct hole, and you're going to move on to it. It's not about score out here. This is purely a testing facility. There is one hole, which is hole 4. This is a very short hole for you. You're going to be pre-equipped with a putter, but this is actually a chipping hole. So you can practice like spinner shots. You can practice pitch shots, whatever you really want to practice. You can practice it right here for you. So did give you that ability, and obviously just wanted to give you flexibility of pretty much being able to hit whatever you want. And then once you get through like this first few holes there, obviously the score does not matter because it is not about that. It is about training. You're going to get to your elevation sections here. Obviously, I'm just doing a quick, perfect swing round here so that way you can see. But this one is actually up 21 feet, and you'll be able to test it out at 21 feet. The others range between 21 and 24 feet. This one is actually 21 feet down. I am on perfect swing, so it's not showing up on the marker. But you will be able to test all of this out with all of the wind. And like I said, we're just playing a very quick round here because I do want to keep this video short, but I'm going to give you all the intricacies of all of the holes in which you can play. This one's up a little bit. I believe it's up 24 feet with a little bit of wind there. Obviously, you can play how you wish. You can get into whatever spots you really want. But this is what it's all about. It's all about just getting you used to a little practice center, a little training center. It's not about putting. It's not about chipping. It's purely all about just hitting shots into greens. That's what it's here for. That's first 8 holes, and then you start getting into some interesting ones. You get into a up 24 foot, 213 yard, hole. And you got to be careful. On some of these, they go a little bit far, and you're going to have to hit it pretty high up to get it up there. But you can just use a regular approach shot and then use that to get you back up on top of the greens. Or back over the greens. And if you want to practice your flop shot on these two, you can practice your flop shot on these two. Once you're back up there, though, you can easily move onto the next hole. So it gives you a little bit of range of practicing on like elevation. It gives you a little bit of range of practicing when it comes to the wind. I also have a couple of really fun, really high holes so that way you can really calculate some numbers and really mess around when it comes down to the elevation. So pretty much halfway through this course here, and then we're going to get into some fun, interesting ones. So obviously you got this one here. It's down about 70 or 80 feet. I believe it's 80 feet or 79 feet. So you can definitely mess around with that as well. And then I don't do just a massive downhill one. I do a top one here. I believe this one is up about 80 feet as well, 80 or 90 feet, but you can pretty much mess around with it and then test it all out. So that's pretty much, the course. That's it's about 13 holes, and then the last remaining holes, what I did was I gave you another opportunity to go back through and test out some crosswind, some into the wind items. So you're going to go back here and you're going to hit, this is hole 13. So hole 13 through 17 is going to be more distances here for hitting all different types of winds and fixing it all out. And then hole 18 is another elevation one as well. So that's the course pretty much. And like I said, if you do run into one of these situations, all right, you get into one of these situations where you hit the shot and then you go and it doesn't go into the hole right away and you have to keep doing this. Just keep on hitting it into the hole and eventually you'll find the right one and then you'll move on to the actual next hole. There you go. A lot of people have asked for it. You're good to go. Go practice, train all you want. Find out whether my numbers are correct or not correct. Whatever you want to do, that's what it's all about. You have a good time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give the course a 5-star rating, not because it's a great course, but just because I'm here to help you out. We'll see you in another.